Assalamu alaikum. Today we're gonna talk about how to make a section sticky, but this is going to be a very tricky one because we don't have any code base. Let's say we don't have any code base, but we want to make this section sticky. So what to do now? So to do that, I have already gone through a video about making a section sticky. So first, let's understand how sticky actually works and why doesn't it work more often. So since we have a sticky problem, so here we want to make the media part along with the media carousel or media thumbnails sticky. So while the user is going down, so it should be sticky and this part should be scrolled, but this is not working at all. So what to do instead? So before we dive into this solution of this problem, let's understand how sticky actually works. So this is a very simple thing that we have a container, we have a child, and yes, we are using Flexbox for that. And on the left child, we've got the first child, and there is nothing, just child one. And in the right hand side, we've got the second child and a big paragraph with maybe 600 or 400 words. And whenever we are scrolling down, it should be sticky. So how it works? It's very simple. So first of all, we need to mention mention the minimum height. This is important. This is very important because whenever we want to make a section sticky, we have to say yes, we are going to scroll down this portion. So we will scroll down to this portion, the maximum height of the whole flex box, because you already know. Or maybe let me just uh, inspect element. So if I inspect the cont, which means container of the main section, you can see that it is taking up to the height of this container is the maximum content. So which is the height of the second child, because this one is the biggest content or the tallest one. Okay. So after that, here we have to mention the position relative. So remember, this one is very important. So this one is very important. And then this one, position relative. So these two are very important because whenever you don't have any position relative, you just scrolling down and don't say, okay, I have to be sticky. I mean, you have to have a perspective, right? Or you have to have a specific boundary where your position, your div or your element will be sticky. So whenever you are saying that yes, this is the position, this should be position relative. So your child knows, okay, I have to be sticky within the height of this section. So you understand that. So after that, for the child, the height is important. Let's say I just remove the height for a bit and save it, and let's refresh the page. So as you can see, whenever I'm scrolling, it's still sticky, but as you can see, this is taking up to the maximum height of the section. So since it's sticky, but it seems that it's not sticky at all. So how does this work? So whenever you are making a section sticky, why does you make a section sticky? Why do you make a section sticky? Because whenever you are scrolling down, you want it to be at the top, and then you scroll down, then you keep it sticky, just like a sticky note, right? So in order to do that, your section, your element should be smaller. Otherwise, making sticky is not a good idea, or is I mean, nuisance, right? So what we have to do, we have to make sure we give it a minimum section or minimum height. If you have a largest child, or you have a lot of content inside the child, make sure you do this. For me, since it's a very smaller child, I don't have any much content. So I just mentioned that minimum content. It may not work for uh, browsers like Edge or something. So make sure you search for the compatibility of CSS properties or cross-browser classes. So let's move on. So then you have to mention the minimum height or the height of the child, and it should be, and it must be less than the maximum height or the height of the container. Otherwise, even if it's being sticky, you won't see any differences. Okay. So as always, you have to mention the sticky position is sticky. Then it's better to make it position top 0 and obviously that Z index. So after everything we have done here, let's scroll down. Fine. But what if we have another container? What if we have another container? So let's say grand container, and then in the grand container we just mention. So in the grand container we mention um, overflow x hidden. We do it most often because in the web pages, whenever a scroll bar or horizontal scroll bars appears, we do it to hide that scroll bar, right? But now let's make it uh, here, and let's refresh the page. So as you can see, it's not sticky anymore. Everything is perfect, but it's not sticky anymore. So why doesn't it's not sticky? So the main issue is overflow hidden. Either it's X or Y, it doesn't matter, but overflow hidden actually makes this sticky look like it doesn't work. Sorry. So in order to make it work, we have to mention, or we have to make sure there is no overflow hidden in any of its ancestors or any of its parents or grandparents. Okay. So to make the section sticky again, let's remove the overflow hidden, and then it's sticking again. Or otherwise, you can just say, okay, overflow. It shouldn't be overflow hidden, and you can use overflow auto or anything, but not hidden. Let's check it again. Okay, so I guess okay, so it should work. Or let's say, for example, we just remove the overflow totally. It should work properly. And now let's move on to this part. How do we actually work with this? So it's not sticking, and there are few problems with this, but the main concept that I already showed you. So let's inspect the element. So this one is the slider. This one is the media container. Okay. So as you can see, I have to find any overflow on the parents first. So let's see. I will go to the top. This is the product info container. No sticky, no overflow section, main content. And then I will just go up to the body. So here you can see there is overflow hidden. So we can't make the section sticky until this is actually active. So let's remove it. Fine. And then now let's move on to the media section. And this is the container of the media. So let's make it. So these are the two childs of the Flexbox. Here you can see we have a Flexbox. So now what we need to do, we need to mention a height. So since this is the, okay, so this is actually working already. So it has been applied already. So actually we have to just mention position sticky, position sticky, then we have to mention top 0, and then other properties or attributes should be as it is. So let's refresh the page again, and let's remove the position sticky from here. Okay, so sorry, overflow hidden property from here, and it should be sticky properly. So that's it. That was the main problem. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to um, like the video and keep subscribed to get more videos like this. Thank you.